In today's video, I'm going to cover how to reach your ideal customer profile without having to utilize any targeting with your meta ads. Now, how am I able to justify these claims? How can you reach your ideal customer profile? Well, in today's economy, in today's market, marketing is done through the lenses of creatives, copy, landing pages, offers. There has to be congruency across these variables, these funnels. This is what moves the needle for your business, for your advertising. Gone were the days of high-level interest-based targeting, segment stacks, heavy ABO targeting. That was back in the day. In today's market, what works with efficiency, what's going to give you the most value for your time, what's going to allow you to scale rapidly, isn't a lot of interest-based targeting, a lot of ad sets. It's focusing on building the ad creative that your audience, who you're trying to target, would want to buy from. It's using similar slang, copy, creatives, angles, ultimately variations. And that is done through the lens of how organized your creative tests are. With the right creative system, weekly you could be testing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 concepts in a given week. How do I know this? Well, we do this for our portfolio brands under management. At a high level, we're producing anywhere from 90 to 100 ads a week. And this is done internally, brand to brand to brand. Building the infrastructure, allowing congruency across the board, systems, efficiency, autonomy, right? All of these variables is what we optimize for. So with the right structure, with the right framework, with the right process, you test more creative concepts. And the way you go about these creative tests is going to yield a possibility of finding, after a 30-day run in a given month, you have 5, 6, 7, 8 winning ad creative concepts that you get to expand on in the future. Because realistically, to scale an ad account in today's, with Meta's algorithm, all their updates, all their changes to the platform, you really only need 4 to even 8 ads, depending on ad spend, right? If you want to push aggressively, you're doing what, 5, 10K a day, then yeah, you're going to need 8 to 12, right? But if you're on the lower end of the spectrum where you're only $300 a day, $500 a day, you can get away with 4 to 5 ads that are really top winners. Yeah, and you're going fully broad targeting. Because the thing is, the bottlenecks with using interest-based audiences as your ad set when you're doing your targeting, and then on top of that, you're adding more different creatives, so you're adding more variables that you have to split test. So as you go about the process where you have to split test more variables, because you have the audience that you're testing, you have the creative itself, the concept, you have the angle, you have the copy, you have the offer. When you introduce more complexity to your test, it's harder for you to find results faster. This is why everybody's justifying going fully broad. When you introduce broad targeting, you're working with Meta's algorithm to feed the AI system data points to reach what you want to benefit. In my years of advertising on Meta, the easiest budgets, the easiest brands I've been able to scale with has alignment across the board, right? They have a decent following on Instagram. They have a community. They're able to yield a CPM anywhere from $5 to $8. We're spending $2,000 to $3,000 a day in ad spend, and we are able to reach escape velocity because we have the infrastructure. We have all the right pieces. So we have to reverse engineer the process to build the creative system. Real quick, I just wanted to add, I'm the founder of ScaleVelocity.io. I specialize in helping brands get set up for an exit, all while building in-house. You don't have to rely on working with ad agencies. You don't have to worry about spending 10, 15, 20K a month retainers. The great thing about this is I manage a portfolio of brands. So I see a multitude of brands on different spectrums. I have brands doing $1 million a year, brands doing $10 million a year, and then brands on a higher spectrum as well. You even have your multitude of diversity with, let's say, retail brands trying to get into paid ads, getting into the online sect. Now, the great thing about this is I have all of this inside a protocol that you can read for free. It's a 35-page white paper, goes everything in depth, A to Z, how to get set up with paid ads, how to build profitable unit economics, how to build high AOVs, and as a byproduct, how to actually diversify your ad spend. So if you're interested, check that out at scalevelocity.io. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, I know in the past I've shared numerous amounts of frameworks in this process, creative tracking. But nonetheless, let's go into the most important methodology when it comes to positioning these variables. Creative targeting in 2024 comes from a dynamic set of variables. We have multitude of targeting. We have your basic interest-based ABO. This was back in the day. You have your Advantage Plus, which is essentially going fully broad, but what you're doing is you're reaching demographics from other brands, other competitors that are middle funnel, bottom of the funnel. You're targeting those sectors of audiences. Now, the benefits of going broad is pretty simple. Cheaper CPMs. Bottlenecks, the cons to this is it takes longer to reach this dynamic process to find winners. But if you're spending more ad spend, you get through the learning phase faster, right? That's just with any media buying, right? You either pay with time or you pay with money. So to be as efficient with our ad spend, we must focus on variables that actually move the needle for our business. Ad creatives, copy, engagement, a model type, background, scenario, what's being utilized. Those play into the feedback score that's going to feed this image to whatever Meta believes is best for the end user experience. So now where our money comes into play is we actually go super in depth on the creative, on the ad copy. We organize it. We segment concepts by demographics, age, gender. We organize it by specific angle archetypes, tactics, personas. And as a byproduct, we're able to expand horizontally and vertically. If we have something that works, we're going to change that specific concept into a static, into a GIF, into UGC, vice versa. And then we have different concepts that we're expanding horizontally. And then on a long enough time horizon where we have the infrastructure, we have 7 to 8 winning creatives on a winning offer. So our model is pretty simple. It follows static, GIFs, UGC, validating concept into statics. Then prior to that, once we have proof of concept, we invest into UGC. Issue with just running UGC ads is you're bound to logistical failures, issues with third-party creators, so on and so forth. There's a lot of stories where this goes wrong. Whereas with statics, we get to maximize our efficiency very rapidly. And the naming conventions are pretty simple. Number, DTC batch, demographic, angle, reasons, media type, tactic, description, so on and so forth. And as a byproduct, we have a lot to work with. We could go over a demographic of 25 to 55 women. The angle could be us versus them. Media type could be a static. Tactic could be a unique selling point on the actual static. And then description is our product. When you buy this cream, this reduces acne scars, whatever. Then you can go male demographic, angle. 3 reasons why you need this for your girlfriend. Media type, static, tactic, single model, USP, description, so on and so forth. So we have numerous amounts of tests to conduct to make this bulletproof, to reach consistency at scale. And to maximize efficiency, utilize AI tech. For copy, AI tech. For statics, creative OS software. For copy, creative concepts, and you want to storyboard this for content creators, build a script in ChatGPT, put that in a doc, send it to creator. Boom, there you go. Testing tracker. How can you go about testing, organizing the concepts you do test so you don't repeat the same concept again? Put that in a Google Sheet. Testing tracker right here. Build this out yourself, right? You go into DCT, audience demographic, audience persona, angle, concept type, creative type. Are you testing this? Is this live? If you put this in a Google Drive or a Dropbox folder, whatever, there you go. So this is the importance of working with variables that's going to grow your business. How can I reach my target goal of maximum profit efficiency? How can I reach these numbers? How can I get to 300K in revenue? How can I get to 1 million in revenue? How can I scale my brand, my business as efficiently as possible? Well, what are the brands below my level doing? I've audited numerous accounts. A lot of founders creative tests with multiple SKUs in the same ad set. A lot of brands utilize creative concepts without intent or specific hypothesis with a clear outcome on ideal customer profile. A lot of brands overspend with zero financial planning or understanding of unit economics. And The worst part, a lot of brands outsource to ad agencies paying 6 to 10K retainers, expecting this ad agency to provide the infrastructure, the feedback loop to handle this at scale. When I can tell you agencies manage 10, 15, 20 brands, right? If you're not their top paying customer in their client roster, well, then you're screwed. You're thrown to the curb. You're not going to have the data points to reach this success. Whereas if you had your internal team that only worked with your business, that only thought about your business, on top of just yourself as a founder, you have the systems, you go about your creative tests, you have the right framework, you're working with a fractional CMO who's guiding you on this pathway, well, then you can check out scalevelocity.io. We work with founders who ideally want to get set up for an exit one day, and we do this through complete integration. Now, when I refer to complete integration, this protocol consists of dialed in unit economics, building marketing assets, so this is your creatives, landing page, offers, hero products, validating market fit with the right access channel. So this is creatives, CPC, CPM objectives. We want to reach KPI. We want to increase our conversion rate. We want to split test offers. The main objective, this all leads to a surplus, a cash flow on the front end, so you're profitable. Then we expand to other channels. We build in-house. We built the creative flywheel system in-house. We make the right funnel iterations. So then we can actually make profit on the back end as well with LTV. We have a community of customers, loyal brand followers. We raise capital if we want to. If we want to expand into new markets with angel investing, so on and so forth. And then we can enter exit discussions in this next 6 to 18 months. So our thesis, this is all laid out in my 30-page protocol, my white paper that you can read, going super in depth. Case study of brands that have worked with me in the past, so on and so forth, client testimonials, right? I say this to say, I've been in the space for over 4 years. This is the right process that has allowed me to scale numerous companies to multiple 6, 7, 8 figures a year, depending on the brand at scale. Some founders aren't ready for that. Some founders just don't have the capabilities to hit the next level. But it's very important that regardless at your stage in business, doesn't matter where you're at, if you want to reach 7 to 8 figures, you need the infrastructure. First of all, you need the education to understand how these platforms work. Then financial planning so that you don't screw over your cash flow, your inventory, your momentum. And then as a byproduct as well, you need a complete dialed in focus on making iterations to the funnel. If you're not making iterations with specific tests, you're just throwing money at the wall hoping it prints, which is never the case. If you want actual results, you want to be very scientific in the way you approach campaigns, testing, so on and so forth. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found this valuable. Check out the document in the description down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.